Hey, 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 what's up, y'all? Happy hump day. Happy Wednesday. As you're coming in, can you give me a like? Thank you very much. Really helps make a difference to get the messages out there. So, a cold day again here in the Midwest. The weather is crazy. The energy is swirling. We're in the middle of an eclipse and a new moon in Aries, and the messages are bound to be amazing. I can feel it already. There is just so much going on. We've got four. Look at that. I just saw 33 on the clock, wrapping up this activation 33 that humanity has been going through since last year. Hello. Shout out to all who resonate. We've got four chimpanzees and some beautiful messages coming in. So let's go ahead and get to it. We've got, the moon dice coming in. Hey, 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 what's up, my friend? I'm so happy you are here. I hope that you are doing well. For all of you Earth Guardian, all you Earth Guardians, I know that there has been a lot of energy swirl. So I hope that you are really managing and taking all the time you need. Okay. So, as always, we're going to start with a message. Always happy to be here. Yeah, I love it. Okay, so I'm going to let's get a little bit more relaxed. Okay, so my channeled message, I have a channeled message for you, but it's actually a channeled journaled message as I was channeling and journaling at the same time. And the angels told me that I should share it. So that's what we're going to begin with today as we get started. So this morning, when I sat down to tap into, I was aware of the animal wisdom last night. So I was aware that the chimpanzee came in last night, and this morning I went to connect because I was doing some sacred work that I'm not ready to talk about, but I will talk about soon. Lots of sacred work happening. And I wrote in my journal, I wrote behavior, control, labor, shoulder, structure is everything. Isn't it interesting and also humbling that I'm sorry if I can't read my handwriting. It's interesting and also humbling that what catches me off guard is to see as is, just as is better for others. Let me repeat this. It is interesting and humbling, and what catches me off guard is to see as just as is, is better for others. Tread lightly, breathe. Pull out your wise Buddha and listen. Recall, release. Remind, release. Remember, release. Open. Create the space for what shall be. Thank you, Spirit, for this grace, this reminder to be grateful. Not doing so hot this morning. It's kind of having a little mini meltdown, as happens. And I said in my journal, turn it around. And come on, let's go. Lots to do today. Releasing quite a bit, and my emotional state isn't helping this morning. It is what it is, and it's noted. I will do my best as I really always do. Parentheses. Shadow? Question mark. Parentheses. The responsibility thing again. I am mad because my heart is so big. And you know what? Thank you for being like this, Michelle. You don't like it? So what? Who cares? Next experience. Not shutting down mine. To what? Definitely some shadows here. Oh, wise Buddha monkey. What is the chimpanzee showing me? I've got full-blown goosebumps. I'm already grateful for the lesson. So, Even those of us who feel the most aware is a reminder that there is no such thing as true. There's no such thing as arrival. And that's a big message that's coming in. No matter where you are, it is not about the arrival, it is about the journey, and it is about the constant evolution to continue to follow the path no matter what. And so there is a call here to do some shadow work. And so if you are being called into the shadows, as many of us are, um, is as the chimpanzee has really become a symbol of empathy. Okay, this is the emotion that's coming up, the empathy, the heart, and the shadow that the heart opens up. And many like to run in the opposite direction. But as we go into this eclipse and as we have this beautiful, as I hear my friend Jolene, thank you, Jolene, shout out to Soul Expansion Guidance. Beautiful messages about the hope involved and intertwined with this eclipse moon is that as we go into the dark, there's no need to be afraid, but there is a need to be aware. And so that's where we start. What a gorgeous message already. I've got full blown goosebumps. So let's go ahead and get into the thick of it. As the backyardigans would say, the backyardigans. So getting a little bit in harmony with the different notes and the different frequencies and the different energies and the different vibrations that we are feeling at this time. So don't run out of the shadows, lean into the shadows. And how do you do that? As I was talking to some students in my Rainbow Bridge class, which by the way, hold tight, we're going to be going live with a student and maybe a couple lives. As I'll be starting my new Rainbow Bridge class, which is my attunements to crystals and their flower medicine. I've been so busy with some sacred work. I usually do one for this moon, but I have a feeling that it's coming up. But I feel like we're gonna wait for this eclipse portal to close first. So be on the lookout for that. Beautiful message indeed. I so needed that message. To appreciate the journey. Yeah, exactly. It's all about the journey. And as we're gonna find today, the heart takes us as I'm just getting a message here as thank you for commenting because it's so I love when people comment because it like elicits this connection, and that's what we're talking about today, the connections, right? The insights and what's coming up as you listen to this oracle, my friends, because this is what it's for, right? The connection, the insight, the collaboration, the brilliance, right? And sometimes, we just need to hear things that we already know in a different way, or to have things confirmed, or to open things up. So if you've been getting hints about shadow work and you're not exactly, don't know how to do it, how I would do it here is what I learned from another energetic coach is to syzygy. And I love that because syzygy is actually a phrase to do with the space between the moon and the sun. And here we are in eclipse. So, how do you do this? Well, I read you in my journal here the responsibility thing again. I am mad because my heart is so big. And so, what I mean by that is, because I didn't know I was sharing it, but I'm happy to share it. What I mean by that is, how do I lean into that? What would happen if my heart is so big and I got taken advantage of? That's what I sometimes worry about and have noticed a lot. And it's like that's one of the things that keeps coming up in my journey, this responsibility, this judgment, this wanting to be seen and to be valued. Okay, so what would it mean to not be valued? And then journal that. And it might see, well, I'm not feeling seen. Well, what would it mean if you weren't seen? Okay, and leaning and leaning and leaning until you get down down to really what it is. And really what it always goes to is I am nothing. And in that moment of brilliance, of that insight of nothing. You realize that you are everything. And it's like, that's what I said. And I knew that already. And so I shared because I'm getting really good at this, okay, because I have a little more practice. As I said, here, so what? Who cares? Next experience. I'm not shutting down what's important to me. Like, it's like if it doesn't matter, if it's nothing, then why can't I just go for it? Okay. So I hope that helps a little bit for all of us. Let's get into it. We've got the moon dice coming in. I always love the timing of the moon dice. We actually have some other dice coming in. I'm going to roll over and get my cell phone here in a few minutes. I'm trying to let it charge. We've got 4 different chimpanzees. We're going to go ahead and get started with the first one at 10:49. Okay. And just as I'm speaking, that 10:49 actually seems really relevant because there's a cycle that wants to be closed out for you. And speaking of the journey, it feels like you're going on a quest through the heart. Okay. Now, there's going to be lots of different positions on here. And this quest, it seems like you've been on this quest actually. So, this heart, the first one is kind of about the heart, not kinda, it is about the heart chakra. So we're talking about the West African chimpanzee. Now, let's start with some messages we got. First of all, this particular chimpanzee is very differentiated. Okay, what I mean about that is genetically differentiated. So it's genetically different than other chimpanzees. Okay. There's been an evolution, there's an era of evolution here. I wrote down teachers. These particular chimpanzees have the most unusual thing that they do is they throw these rocks. They have a rock throwing behavior. And the angels were sharing with me that this is an evolved behavior of the chimpanzee because a lot of chimpanzees are known to be aggressive. And so this rock throwing behavior allows them to work their aggression out. And in many ways, you are the same, my friends. You have found a way to evolve a certain part of your emotions. And this is what you're meant to pay forward to others. These particular chimpanzees are critically endangered, by the way. They are extremely close to extinction. They are also the most gender balanced. And in fact, they have a um, co-dominant role for the male and the female. Again, very unusual for the chimpanzee communities. And the males get along with the females better than any other chimps. And so there's this real evolution here to this particular chimpanzee. However, the message that came through is there's this element of a fight going on, and I'm getting within, and I'm getting for truth, a fight for truth. This is not a bad thing, okay? So don't take a negative connotation here, but it's awareness because I was getting worry, exhaustion, and the fight within. And it's good because it's giving us a facelift, so to speak. The mask of the mind is being lifted. Okay, is what I wrote down. So let's go ahead and look into the moon dice here. Let's go ahead and see. Opa, opa, holy mole. Okay, well, this makes sense. We've got a healing at hand. We're talking about the heart chakra. And what's going to give this healing, because you guys know this comes in as the heart chakras, is the clarity. So we've got the pineal gland coming in here, and that's talking about clarity. Okay, to the ninth house. Oh my goodness, they're just all over the place. My husband's yelling from the bottom, and I'm hearing sloppy dice, drink twice. But it was Jupiter. Let's see if it comes up. The Jupiter and the moon are conspiring together. Tie me to the moon. Dun, 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 dun. La da 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 da. We're talking about emotions here, instinctual impulses, habits, moods, natural rhythms, and the unconsciousness. Luna here herself. We're going into that ninth house, okay? Or I talked to you about the clarity of the pineal gland, but it also deals with in the ninth house divination, journeys, long distance travel, represents dreams, the arts, publishing, religion, and lawyers. Hmm. And we've got the anchor here. I just heard hope and anchor. Hmm. Hope and anchor. Oh, sorry. Oh, oh my gosh. Sagittarius. Yes, Sagittarius energy is what I was seeing here. Okay, it's an arrow. I was here, hope and anchor. Sagittarius energy. Okay, so that means tons and tons and tons of potential. Hey girl, oh my gosh, Jolene, were your ears burning because I just mentioned you? So, all of you that heard me shout out to my friend Jolene about her beautiful oracle, she is on here, just so you know. She's definitely one of my soul sisters and an incredible oracle. Okay, so shout out to you, girl. We're on pile number one. We were just talking about the moon dice that came in. So we've got the Sagittarian energy here. And this makes sense because what I'm feeling is the movement of the horse, actually, here. You're welcome. Sagittarius, there's that Jupiter. Okay, so see this the moon and Jupiter. Thank you for that clarity, you guys. Okay, so that's what the moon dice are bringing in. So let's go ahead and see how this is going to reflect throughout the reading here. Okay, as I just moved everything, and I don't want to forget. So we had it on the moon, and that's your channeled song, right? Tie me to the moon. And so, what I'm really feeling there with that, okay, and with all your potential is first of all, for those of you, you need to realize, those of you that chose this pile, is that the moon is intertwined here, okay? And in fact, there's an activation here, and that's where we're going to start. We're going to go ahead and start on bottom. We've got some healing codes. And weren't we talking about a healing? We're talking about some clarity. Okay. And so that where we're going to start here is in the activation. And what we're going to do for you guys is we're actually going to do 5 shuffles and we're going to take 2 activations. And one is going to be from the bottom, and it's activation for your feminine energy. And then there's an activation on top for your masculine energy. But of course, everything is going to matter. So we cut to the halls of Amente. This is really talking to me and really helping me understand 2 things. There's this alignment, okay, this duality. As you can see, the black and the white, this portal into the balance of what? Divine feminine, okay? And it's this mirror, it's this mirrored image, it's this black and white, it's this duality. When really, as we're doing our shadow work, we'll find that not one is any better than the other. They're both different ways in order to walk through. And in fact, it's all about the balance between them. What I got here for you guys in your oracle is the number 777. And I heard the bull. So, in some ways, where are we being stubborn? Where are we not allowing some balance? Okay, because the Sagittarius instantly is what? It's like that horse or the bull body on bottom and human on top, right? So it's this balance in this then between the duality, realizing that that in itself is the true potential. So we've got the halls of Amente initiation. Secrets are being revealed, treasures uncovered, and initiations. As many of you that chose this pile, you've been on the quest, right? You've been on the quest. You've been in the challenge. And in fact, this last week was probably a huge challenge in itself. And here presented to you is some clarity, but also at the same point in time, a gift for the challenge that you've been through. But then guess what happens, y'all? The movement continues, and we continue to dive even further into that heart chakra to unravel more of the path. Okay, so don't be surprised that you go back in, and that's what the initiation is coming up and telling us. Okay, here's that Earth Star chakra. Here we are on the actual Egyptian timeline, just kind of laughing because it all goes hand in hand. We're anchoring. This is what we've been talking about. This Earth Star chakra has come in, and there's been levels and like peeling of an onion, right? It's like we've had this shift as a collective. This has collectively happened, okay? And in a way, it's opening up these skeletons in the closet. Things are coming up unexpectedly. This is for you, my friends, in so many ways, because this is what's allowing you to get this integration. And as far as down as you dig is as high up as you can rise. We go down, right? We go in through the heart and we go down to the surface. And as far as we can go down, and that's what the pillars are about, the alignment to go through and to go down, to go through and down into the base, to redo the what? The structure, so that we can come out and go up as high as the pinnacle will allow. Okay, so let's see. Venetian Galactic Council. Look at this light. Okay, look at all this light. What an incredibly gorgeous card. Are you seeing the variation here? So with this Venusian color, with these colors that we see in the background, it's never as simple as it appears, right? But Venusian is talking to me about the sacral. It's talking about the divine feminine. It's talking about Venus energy, okay? And so this is what's really coming in here. And it's like, there is so much more happening around you. You're so protected. There's so much illumination at hand. It's just a matter of continuing to walk the steps. And I'm also hearing to continue to pull the energy towards you. It's all about your vibration and frequency. And so, what you've been working on is increasing your vibration, my friends. And that's what it's all about. So, the further down you go, the further you uncover, the more shadows that you bring to the light, right? The more skeletons that come up. In a lot of ways, when you bring them to the light, that's when you make yourself lighter and brighter. Okay, lighter and brighter. Well, the Venusians were not enough. We've got the Arcturians here as well. Beautiful. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And so to me, it's your soul, and I'm seeing your heart. Do you see this like blazing sword here in the middle of your heart? And this is what I'm feeling here. I'm feeling actually the heat of the brilliance, to be honest. I'm feeling this brightness right here. And it's not heavy, but it's piercing. Okay. It's piercing and it's illuminating and it's holding. And this is what I feel that some of the energies around you are doing for you. Okay. That you're being held. This is really beautiful. I don't know if you can see this imagery. Isn't that gorgeous? This is you, my friends, in the middle, being held. Something much bigger, okay? Much bigger than you know. Okay, that was number 3. Number 4. Look at all this, you guys. Are we getting the message about the sacral? The sacral inner space, okay? The sacral inner space, the divine womb, right? The sacral chakra and its connection to the masculine energy. This is really being highlighted over and over and over again. And it's like, look at the arrows. We went down and collectively had a shift below, and it's coming up and it's bringing things into alignment through all of our chakras, okay? Through all of our chakras, through and that changes everything, okay? That changes everything for us. And look what comes back to the surface, okay? Wow. So on our fifth one, this is our activation for our feminine energy. So let's go ahead and read about it. We were just talking about it. I love the synchronicity here. The halls of Amente. I just love the halls of Amente. Just the name, it just seems so mysterious. and exciting, right? Okay, so let's see. Now, of course, getting a reminder to tell you something. Because depending on where you are in your healing, it's like you are so divinely connected. However, we are filled with free will. And I'm getting this vibration to feel the vibration in your heart. So if it doesn't feel right, if there's something coming in that doesn't feel right, then it's not right. Okay. So it's just as much as we make an activation, as we rise up. Okay. I want you to think about as you rise up in in initiations, as you rise up in brightness, as you rise up in ascension, in some ways, the bigger the light, the bigger the shadow, right? So at the same point in time, I'm expecting, I would say expect yourself to have some sort of challenge. Expect the universe to challenge you and to see that if you are able to make a discerning choice in balance, or in the light only, or in the dark only. Do you see where we're going here? It's all about being centered and feeling the connection within everything. So that's what I'm telling you. If it doesn't feel right, just because I'm here talking about an activation doesn't necessarily mean what's going to come in. What you think is coming in is the one. So you see, you need to feel it out with for yourself, with your guides, and with your team. You'll know. All right, so if you're not familiar, the halls of Amenti are a sacred learning space. And they were energetically transported from Thoth, from Atlantis, to the spiritual plane before Atlantis came to an end. It is said that this portal is an etheric retreat and is energetically connected to the Great Pyramid of Giza, which is referred to as the throat chakra of the world. Many believe that the physical remains, and what were we talking about? 777, throat chakra, number 7, coming into your authenticity. What's up, my friend? Bop, bop. That was for you. That's for Nicoletta. Nicoletta's here from Shamanic Insights, another incredible oracle. You don't even have to go further than the three of us, my friends. Okay. So the halls of Amenti are calling those in pile number 1. You don't have to physically visit Egypt to access their energies. You can go, um, you know, you can travel, right? Astrally travel, or you can travel within as well. The halls of Amenti are said to be the home of the Emerald Tablets. They're a space of ancient mysteries and service to the expansion of humanity. On this card, you'll see 2 pillars, the echoes of the 2 pillars that are found in sacred places throughout history. The black pillar represents the physical world, the white represents the spiritual world, indicating this space between the worlds. And what we're talking about, the bull in between, remember the potential indicates if you feel called to these halls or if they seem oddly familiar, there's a chance that you have visited them before. Okay. So if you want to connect, imagine you're at a great pyramid. Above its apex, a portal opens, drawing you in. See yourself at the center of a sacred temple. Excuse me. Set clear intentions to align with your higher purpose and receive a transmission about ancient wisdom. Now, of course, you can do this in your safe room with your guides. So don't think that you actually physically need to go into the temple. You can go within into this temple, okay? You are a very incredible creative being, and your imagination will take you to places you never thought it could take you. Your message: you're in a deep initiation chamber at this time. You might feel that things are heavy and challenging, but know that a reconfiguration is happening. Energetically, you are going through an initiation that allows you to go beyond the fears of your ego and transcend the limitations of the physical realm. You may not feel that light is present because you're in the middle of this phase at the moment, but know that it is present within you. You might be feeling frustrated or overwhelmed, but there's a lot of this anxiety is actually old energies that were stored up in the depths of your body to be released so that your vibration can rise. So I love that this goes with everything that we've been sharing so far. It feels definitely right on point. So this is what's happening to your feminine energy, okay? Let's see what's going on with your masculine energy, as that was what was supposed to be on top, and the magic is between the two. Oh my goodness. Are you feeling the magic of the Seraphim Gateway? Oh, I'm hearing okay, like the beginning of the Lion King when they lift. I'm sorry, I just can't help it. When they're lifting up, yes, isn't it so gorgeous? Oh my goodness, the light is reflecting and showing how much it is. Voice activation, angelic attunement, divine support from the seraphim. So let's see what our masculine energy, and our masculine energy is the seat of our solar plexus, right? So we're talking about the orange, the seat of our Venetian energy, as we saw in the sacral, and how that relates to the masculine energy or our elemental energy, the magic within us. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is so powerful. I feel it even deeper than I am bringing forward for you. So, and you know what? With that message, with what I just said, comes a deeper message for those who resonate, and you know who you are because that came up literally just for you. Okay. So the Seraphim Gateway. The seraphim are the highest form of angelic beings who are said to radiate from the heart of Source. And look at, we had the green here, the heart of you, the heart of Source, right? Who are said to radiate from the heart of Source. They have been described in many different ways throughout the ages, but what is common is the idea of a bright light that emanates from them. The word seraphim literally means burning ones. For in ancient times, light was associated with fire, as this is the main source of light within homes. These beings are infinite light and essentially divine love that is taking an angelic form in order to serve the universe. When they have appeared psychically, they've been described as having 6 wings, and they're known for their heavenly voice. In fact, miraculous planetary shifts are reported to take place when they sing, for they are the closest to God, is what they say. They are reported to take place when they sing. In the heavenly realms, they sing in constant praise of the Creator. Other angelic presences report to them with regard of their spiritual duty, as it were. It doesn't operate in such a linear way, but this is the best way for us to understand the process. If you've ever woken up hearing your name being sung, the seraphim has visited you. Oh my gosh, I got full goosebumps. And I'm hearing, thank you very much, Spirit, because I'm hearing what my husband sings to me very often, which is, Michelle, my bell, 3313 on the clock. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so anyway, when they come to you, know that you are blessed to be in the presence of angelic beings that emanate directly from the heart of Source. Their voices help awaken the angelic presence you hold within so that you can support the expansion of the world. Wow. Visualize yourself immersed in golden light and say, thank you, mighty seraphim, for blessing me with your loving presence and for supporting me in awakening the angelic qualities I have within. Your message from the seraphim. You are blessed to receive the light of the seraphim. Know that these beings of infinite light are singing your name in the heavens to unlock the power of your voice. Angelic support surrounds you at this time. Know that you're safe, that you're being held in the presence of love. The seraphim are witnessing the glory of your being. Oh my gosh. I'm like getting emotional here. And activating your angelic qualities. And the reason I'm getting emotional is because I can literally feel some of you on this channel needing this message, needing to understand, needing to know, because you're diving down so deep. As I'm coughing, your body is feeling the energies of going down into that base, going down into those dense energies. And the message here is, as you go down and as you burn through, as I see the fire on the screen, as you go down and as you go through, is as bright as you come up and you lift through the apex, and as the brightness that you catch. I have the imagery of the dragonfly rising up into the sun, and to be sparked with the rays of the sun, realizing the iridescence, realizing the facets, realizing the complexity and yet the simplicity of this beautiful divine life that we have, right? It's just so gorgeous. So you can deeply care about the welfare of the planet. You care deeply about the welfare of the planet and all of her beings. In fact, you are hoping to make a great difference in the world. And the reason this is why you're carrying this angelic light. So let it shine on the world around you. I love this. I love it. I love it. I am an angelic coach from the Katana Institute. This is one of the ways that I dove in to understand. Like, I was like, dang, I got me some skills and I didn't really understand, and I wanted to understand. And boy, have I come to understand. And so this resonates so much for me, and it should resonate for you, because those of you that chose this pile number one, you Western chimpanzees, you are I'm hearing I'm hearing the diamond in the rough, but at the same point in time, you are the teachers. It is through your journey, and it is through your expansion, it is through your exploration that you take others for the ride. I'm hearing buckle up, and I'm also hearing saddle up. Yeehaw. Okay. Wow. So we've got beautiful messages here. Let's see what the angels want to say. They want to flip the script and show you. There's a mirror here, and I love the mirror because I got the 7 and the 7. So this is the 7, the magic of the activation. Okay. So I hope that makes sense what's happening within you. Now the angels, they want to talk about the peaceful warrior. Oh my gosh, I love this. The peaceful warrior. Okay, Archangel Ariel here. Archangel Ariel is the one who's been speaking up about the well of dreams. Look at this beautiful illumination, this golden light emanating from her entire being, coming out of her hands, lighting the torch along the way, the illumination of others. Do you feel the floodgates opening? Let's go ahead and find out, because it's time to shine your light. Both Archangel Ariel and Archangel Uriel think it is time. It is time for you to walk through and really see who you are. And that is as bright as the sun. As bright as the sun. Now look at this, just these two cards. It's so powerful. What am I seeing here? Look at this card. You see it? Look at these two cards. Wow. The pillars within you. And what's really interesting is we're talking chakras here. Archangel Uriel, he comes up and he likes to hold, different frequencies, but he likes to do that earth star. And then we have the well of dreams. And so we have this burning sensation, this rise, and these double torches. Okay. So it's just like there's so much leading the way. So gorgeous. Thank you, Archangel Ariel, for helping me to stand my ground with peace. And thank you, Archangel Uriel, for helping me share my light with the world. Thank you for being peaceful and sharing that light and holding that vibration and that frequency for the better good of all. For the better good of all. Beautiful. Earth angel, won't you be mine? My darling dear, love you all the time. Spiritual abundance. It's being handed to you. It's being handed to you. Hey, hey, Miss Deb. I love the phrase well of dreams. It reminds me of the show The Magicians and their well of magic. Gorgeous. Hey guys, give me a like when you come in. All right. We've got all the heavy hitters here. Archangel Sandalphon is like, don't forget me, yo. You're doing all this singing. You got to remind you that the music is guiding you, the frequency and the vibration. It's the song in your heart, the beat of your feet. Wow, the beat of your feet, y'all. Let's go ahead. Listen to that inner voice because it's whispering to you. Your guides are whispering, your angels are whispering. Luna is whispering. You might be blinded, but it's like you know what is meant for you finds you. You know what is meant for you, it finds you. So listen to that inner voice. It's one of the beautiful gifts that you have, right? It's one of the beautiful gifts that you have, that we all have. But as I'm saying that, can we pull back? This is where the Sagittarius is coming up. I just had this arrow come up. It's like, and can we pull back and remember that the greatest potential that the arrow has, the greatest potential of the velocity comes in the pullback, in the sit down with the journal, in looking and allowing it to rise and to go through and to arise and to dig and to go down, but at the same point in time to spread and expand and to let it out. There's like this seep, there's like this steam, okay, is what I'm feeling. And who do we see on bottom? Archangel Sandalphon. Thank you, Sandalphon, for delivering my prayers to heaven. And so you can call upon him. If you feel the need to be grounded, he's your man, okay? If you're feeling overwhelmed, you know who I call upon every time to close portals? This is the guy. So if you're feeling out of nowhere, all of a sudden, if you're like feeling really sluggish and sleepy and like, oh my gosh, I'm going to tell you what, there's most likely portals around you through technology, other things, nothing to be fearful about, y'all. Just knowledge is power. Archangel Sandalphon, can you close those portals for me? You might be very surprised at how everything switches on just a dime. The angels want you to ask for their help. The archangels specifically are coming up. Why? Because you're a teacher. The archangels come up for the teachers to teach you so that you can pay it forward. So what are we talking about here? The angels are talking about synchronicities, the yin and the yang, the shadows, the balance, the duality, right? The further down we go, the more that we lift up. And it's like, look at this. I'm seeing so much here. Look at how in the dark there's this beautiful light. And I talk about this a lot in your shadow work. The more you lean in, the more you fall through. You fall through to the brightest light that you've never have seen because you're protected. Resist the urge to run, to turn around and to face it. You are strong. You are strong. You are powerful. You are, angelically attuned. Right? So it's like, dig down. You're coming back to the surface. Your angels, they have your back. This shadow that's trying to get at you. Do you see the perspective? When you ignore, when you don't leave your heart open, when you don't allow the expansion, when you run away rather than open and see through, it's like your angels are telling you it's no big deal. We can lift this off. We can go down. And that's the beautiful synchronicity here. So follow your guidance, follow the activation. There's an activation at hand here for you, pile number one. This is to wrap up 777. Are you feeling lucky? There might be something in that Oracle 777. Let me grab my phone because we've got going to be rolling the dice for you. Okay. So I hope that you love this. Let's see. We've got 9 people in. Hey guys, can we get some more likes so we can share this with other light workers? What resonated with you? Pile number one. Did you love this? If you're a first timer here, you can have multiple piles this week. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and roll the dice here, because we've got an angel number coming up just for you. I'm going to flip it this way because I want you to see. Okay, so here we go. I've got this 113. All right, let me turn my volume up. We're going to do something different tonight. Could you please find angel number 113?
Sure. Images of angels. Here you are.
The soul mission and overall meaning of number 113 is associated with the positive changes and new beginnings. The meaning of angel number 113 could mean that you're following your life goals. Could your life goal to be to teach others? It can also represent second chances and fresh starts. So that's your beautiful message for you for pile number one. Angel number 113. I'm not really sure, but my husband is in here. So that's my hubby. All right, let's go ahead and move to pile number 24629. Okay, so look at this. The first pile was 1049, and we were feeling the timing. You know me and the numbers. So here we are again, 46. We're talking about another ending of a cycle and the number 11. So right away, pile number 2, there's this notion of following the steps. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we have here. Oh my gosh, how much did I miss? Hey girl, we're on pile number 2, so maybe you're just in time. All right, so let's go ahead and roll the moon dice for pile number 2. Pile number 2, I've got some messages here for you, just a moment. Okay, look at this. Now, this is really interesting because I feel a tie to pile number 1. We've got number 9. We've got some more clarity coming in. We've got Capricorn energy. Oh, no, that's not Capricorn. And we've got Jupiter. So I know that. We've got Jupiter and we've got, Capricorn. So we're talking about here, Jupiter, we're talking about your blessings, receiving clarity. And this Capricorn is really talking to me really about, I feel this connection to pile number 1. So if you chose number 1, we're diving deeper into the pinnacle. So the Capricorn energy is talking to me about in pile number 1, we talked about the further down you go, the more you come up, the higher you can come up. So there's this pinnacle feeling here. Okay. But in itself, let's go ahead and look at this. Jupiter is talking about, we've got Jupiter here. Oh, let me make sure it is Jupiter. Yeah. Growth, hope, expansion, abundance, luck, optimism. Again, we're talking about that 9th house. Okay. So we're talking here. It's referring to me to the pineal gland, some clarity, but we're also talking about divination, journeying, long distance travel, represents religion, lawyers, dreams, arts, and publishing. So travel in every way, through books, through learning, another connection to pile number 1. And the Capricorn has to do with controlling, possessive, an aptitude for business, and barriers between people. Well, isn't this interesting? Because what I wrote for you guys, number 2, is it came in as red. So I already knew that you are the manifestors. You're the ones that are bringing things into this earth plane. Okay. So let's get a little familiar with you guys. Now, your particular chimp is known to live in the rainforest, okay? And so there is this element of, like this letting go, like pulling through. I was like, I'm feeling this energy of like pulling through, but it's like this coolness in the release. Okay. So you have a lot that I feel is coming up. Now, these are called the elote chimpanzees, and they are the most risk of extinction of all four. They're a very small group, and as well as maybe pile number two, a rare group in yourself. So only 35 to 9,000 of these chimpanzees remain on Earth, and they're the least studied. They live at different elevations. Okay, so they're able to go to new heights. They live up to 9,000 feet. This gives me that Capricorn. I got, you touch the heart of others. You're the builders and the manifestors. Okay. These particular chimpanzees really could face extinction in the next decades. Okay. So there's this element of stepping into your mission. I channeled for you. You guys see beyond. You connect with the cosmos. You are the masters, the chiefs. You are the guardians. Wow. Let's go ahead and see what's here for you. Okay. Is everything okay, Bob?
Yeah.
What do you keep coming in here for?
I didn't count it.
Okay, it's there. I'm sorry. My husband.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. That's my husband, Bob, y'all. Okay.
Sharon doesn't have my number, so.
Yeah, I sent it to her.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Love you. Okay, goodbye. All right. So let's go ahead. The astro. Okay, so for you guys who've got the astro and the earth magic, why? Because you are the ones who are connected. Hi, Robert. Pile number two is my pile. I love it so far. Okay, yes. And you guys are the ones who connect the cosmos to the earth. Your energies are massive. They are huge. Okay, so there's a lot here to talk about. All right, but let's go ahead and go into the astros. What we're going to talk about first as we get started, here's this trine here, okay? So trine is a triangle, and I actually love that this is coming up because there's a change in the structure. There's a change in the guards happening. A change in the guards. Now, this is not a change in your guides because I heard specifically that it's for another pile. But the magic here is a change in the guards. And what I'm feeling that is a change in your vibration. Wow. Okay, so this is even deeper than I thought. We're going to be going into a 2 and 2 here, a love connection. So let's find out a symbiotic relationship between a 2 and 2, right? So we're talking about a love connection, which can be a project, a business, a person within yourself. There's a symbiotic relationship happening. What does that mean? You scratch my back, I scratch yours. What I do for you, what is good for the gander is good for the goose, if you know what I mean. Okay, so let's go ahead and find out. Pluto, we've got a rebirth here, a restructure, a healing, an unfreezing of the pineal gland, clarity coming through. Pluto is known to be quite mysterious and also known to be quite unrelentless and can reveal some major stuff. Okay, so and then we've got South Node. Now look, it's inverted. We're not taking any inversions, but we've got the number 3 here. And what I'm feeling here, the South Node's coming up because the past is the past, and it's like, are you ready to travel beyond? Okay, now look at this. I'm seeing right away, I'm seeing more than anything is this sword, this piercing of the sword in the stone. Wow, this is feeling like the sword in the stone, like you're pulling the sword out of the stone and being given some beautiful powers that go along with that. This is super, super divine. And I'm hearing here as I see the 27, 3 times 3 is 9. So I'm getting a 9 and a 9. Nines, okay? Time travel. Yeah, I can see that for sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what's about this love connection. Where is this love connection going to take us? It's going to align us to Sirius. It's going to align us to nurture, right? To nurture within, all right? Because look at, there's so much happening in here. And it's like, did you see the beautiful flowers, the black-eyed Susans? And then as you start to look, you see the scythe and my terrible nail polish. So just ignore that. Okay. But it's like what I'm getting here is this like through death is your rebirth. I'm getting a double confirmation on the rebirth, right? This is a beautiful deck. This Astro deck is so gorgeous. So it's like we're nurturing through this rebirth. And it's like right in the middle here. Do you see the sun? It actually almost looks like this eclipse energy, right? It's this little bit of the brightness around the darkness. So it's like this is a rebirth. This is a rebirth. The black-eyed Susans are doing what? Well, the black-eyed Susans are actually an attunement I get. They pair with black tourmaline, and this really has to do with the changing of the guards. It says that the black-eyed Susan sees with her black eyes. But it's like if you can see through the vision of the shadow, then therefore you can see the polar opposite, which is the light. You see? I hope that makes sense. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what are these two cards. The very first card we have is Gemini, which is just like going with all the other energies, this balance to the Gemini. Then, and the Gemini are what? The two pillars, the duality within. And how can we use that to cross pollinate? How can we get liftoff, right? Because the bees, they didn't even know. Do you know? If you don't know, the bees literally scientifically have been proven that it is known that they're not supposed to fly, but they don't know that. And they do it anyway because it is their will. But scientifically saying, they're shown to be too heavy to have liftoff. But we all know that they pollinate. And thank God that they do because they're strong pollinators and they create the gold, right? They create the gold through their work. And you, my friends, are doing the same thing. This alchemy, this cross pollination, this ability to be in two different places at one time. Okay, so here's that trine, and now we have this 3 energy coming again. Okay, and so I find that very, very, very interesting, of course. Okay, that's first one. Let's look, and then we've got the first house. So we've got a 39 here, so a 12, which is another 3. So we've got 33. Okay, 33. So cross pollinate and to arrival. Look at the bull here, right? Now this is actually this is the bull with the horns. So let's take a look. I want to look in here a little bit more. So we've got alignment to the 33 is what the numbers are saying. Alignment to the 33. This is the 2 and 2. So let's go ahead and see what the earth magic is going to say. I'm going to leave these cards right here. But I already feel, because this Taurus energy is really speaking to me, and I actually feel that there's a huge... Okay, I'm not ready to reveal that yet. I'm not going to go there because I'm not going to know where to stay. And there's some things in my sacred work that are not meant to be said yet. Okay, but let's just say that there is this lift. Okay, there is this change. So the first house, right? Now, the first house is, of course, it represents your personal life, your beauty, the beginnings. It also warns you of future mishaps. Okay, but what I'm seeing here, arrival to me is meaning you're the manifestors. Okay, that's why I'm feeling this bull so much. That's why I want to read it, because it looks like a bull to me, and it feels like this is where you're beginning. You're bringing something in. Okay, so we just talked about the first house a little bit. So the first house would be your gateway and your information center. If everything was a map, it would be your gateway and your vision and excuse me, your information center. The planets of the first house are just about to rise over the eastern horizon where the sun would be just before dawn. So you feel them very strongly. So here's the action at hand. Take responsibility take responsibility for how you are perceived. As you walk in the door, assess what you lead with, your mannerisms, your appearance, and your signals say. Notice if you lead with charm or prickly defenses, with your mind or your heart, whether you are versatile or whether changing your approach fits the circumstance. So, what I'm feeling here, my friends, because you are my red, my guardians, and it's like, how do you make people feel with your presence? Do you set the tone when you walk in the room, or does the room set the tone with you? Because you're meant to set the tone. So when you walk into a party, do you let how everybody affect how you're going to be at that party, or do you bring the party into the room? Are you feeling me? Are you feeling me here? Because that's what I'm feeling. Okay. So if that is not happening, if you okay, hold on. Investigate your first impression and affects your identity and your interactions. People read what you put out, whether you're acting as a business, as a person, as a couple. It's up to you to ensure how to present matches your intention. Because to find the balance in what we're bringing here, my friends, is to truly understand that people can pick up on it. Okay. So if you're feeling unsure, but you think you're leading with confidence, in many ways, people will see through it even faster. Okay. If you're feeling misunderstood, there's a message here. Look for the misconception, yours or theirs, underneath any tension, and see what can be done to clear the lens. If you strive to be invisible, neutral, or enjoy an air of mystery and play your cards close to your chest, it becomes easier for others to project their assumptions on you. Consider becoming more transparent, and allow letting your inner worth shine. Okay? So what I'm feeling here is at the beginning of this message, at the collective message at the beginning, I shared a journal message about some shadows that were coming up for me. And that was being vulnerable. I was being transparent. Okay? And so I believe that that probably spoke volumes much more than how I could speak about it in a different way. Hello, sweetheart. Pretty freaky. This was playing on my phone when I pulled it out of my pocket. That's my husband again. And the first house is Aries. Thank you, Shamanic Insights. Aries, new moon in Aries, manifesting in this energy. And it's up to you to determine what vibration and frequency you want to bring in for others to see. So are you going to lead in your truth, or are you going to lead in your shadow? That's the message, okay? All right. The stag. Okay. I love that. Thank you for helping me out, guys. The first house can also bring with it a surge or a temper. That's where I was feeling the bull. Okay, I was feeling the temper of the bull. Seeing red. Well, here we are, the color red. Do we see red when people look at you? Do they see red? Do people see you as the bull and they're the one who's trying to be the bullfighter, right? Or do people see you as the bullfighter and they're the bull? There might be something there, my friends. All right. So, the first house can bring a surge or a temper or an other strong emotion that rushes to your head like mercury in a hot thermometer. If this happens, bring your awareness back to your feet. This metaphor applies to the business or project. Leadership might be too strong, and attention needs to bring your boots back to the ground. So here's the challenge, my friends. The challenge is you are challenged to see beyond the shallowness of appearances. See behind the smoke screens. Take the responsibility for how you are perceived. Here's the gift. Evaluate how to interact with the world as beginning of a journey of self-discovery. And what was I saying to you, my friends? So much confirmation here. Those of you who are seeing red, pile number 2, you are the master chiefs, the guardians. You are the ones who see beyond. And so, because you see beyond, because of the clarity that you have, in a way, this is really meaning that people attune to you. And so, if you're running hot, you're going to make others run hot. You, in a lot of ways, are the energy that attunes to in the room. Is this making sense? So, you want to make sure that that vibration is the best, not just for you, but for the all. That's how powerful you are, my friends. Let's find out some more messages, okay? This is what I was getting with this nurture and this cross-pollinate, the 3 and the 3. How you, the 3, the 3, the 3, 3, 3, which is coming up in the next pile some more, but it's relevant because the 3 is the sacral, your divine, feminine. Are you seeing yourself in the light? Are you seeing yourself in the light in the journey of alchemy? Or are you seeing yourself in the shadow? This is the perception that will be picked up on. The next 3 is, will people have the unconditional? Do you have the unconditional love to hold the station, or is that going to send you into the red? You see? It's just like, that's how powerful it is. This is the element. This is the Gemini. This is the twin within, the twin without. This is how you affect the energy, okay? This is what you do over here affects what is done over here. Do you see? That's part of your energy. So if you take a trine, if you take a triangle, if you will, and you put you put yourself in the middle, it's like in a lot of ways you can swivel and make the change for others, is what I'm feeling. This is your power. This is your gift. This is that guardian being able to, and I love this because I'm getting the swivel of a door. So being able to go around, you know how you go through into those doors, those recycling doors, but you guys have the ability to allow the flow to go or to stop it in its tracks. But what's super powerful here is it's not just about you. It is what is best for the all. Okay? What is best for the all. All right. So, earth magic. What are we aligning to? Okay? First of all, we're aligning here. This is what Spirit told me. We're aligning. The earth magic wants to show you an alignment. You're aligning to a new authentic structure. There's magic within this structure. And so this is what's coming up for you. So we're going to do 7 shuffles, 4 cards to really bring this structure. Now, where are we starting? A wake-up call, a tsunami of emotions, okay? So as we're in this full moon, so coming up to the full moon, and this is literally linked to the new moon. Here we are at the new moon in Aries, right? But the full moon is, there's a cycle within this cycle for you. Watch your emotions and watch how it cross-pollinates into those around you. This is the ultimate message, okay? But let's jump into that a little bit more. Sharman says, I remember I had a beautiful dream once of swimming in red rubies. Ooh, wow, that is so divine. And of course, rubies are not only about the, I'm immediately thinking about the Dorothy, right? Is about the power of the home. And there's no place like home, which is where? It's right here, y'all. It's right here. And that's the power of the ruby and the queen, right? So let's go ahead and find out where we're going here. So there's an activation. The wind has blown in an activation, and this is really connecting to pile number 2, okay? So is there an activation, or pile number 1? Pile number 2, another connection. Then we shared an activation in pile number 1. Is it this activation that's going to start the wind? movement. Okay, we're going to start this movement. I'm feeling a movement at hands. Okay, that's number one. Number two, this is bringing you to the rebirth. Okay, this is the year of magic. This is your time, is divinely timed spring equinox. Well, we are here. So it's a matter of really understanding the emotions of what's going on here. And what were we saying? You guys can see beyond. But in a lot of ways, there's this burning, right? There's this fire of the energy. There's this arrival, right? There's this scythe. There's this black-eyed Susan. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like in a lot of ways we're in the in between. We're in the in between. All right. So it's like the wind is blowing you. Blowing you where? Back. Because this is where we've been going. Where have we been going this whole time? We've been going backwards to capture our wonder, to capture our innocence, to capture our imagination, to capture our magic. You know, I am still blown away and I am so proud of this. But when I'm driving in a car, one of my favorite things is when the rays of the sun come down through the car. It just feels so magical, especially if I'm driving through a lot of trees, the filtered sun through the trees. It gets me every time. Every time. And this is what's happening for you. The heavens are splitting to show you the synchronicities, to lead you, to let you know that the magic is all around you. The ancients are with you. The shamans are with you. There's an ancient healing happening, and I'm feeling this so much, especially for you, those that see red. You know why you see red? Because the shamans are healing not just for one, but for all. There's a huge activation going on here. As I'm very much feeling Aboriginal right now. I'm feeling the Aborigines. I'm feeling the storytelling. I'm feeling the value of the story and seeing the value. That's the clarity that's being highlighted. The thing besides you reminds me of the spider web. Oh, this guy right here. Oh, not too easy, not too hard to do there, right? Okay, I believe this is number 5. Number 4. Here's that movement. The river, right? Oh, behind me. No, you're fine. I love it. Here's the movement I was talking about. I'm feeling it actually. I'm feeling the movement. I'm feeling the journey. There's this anticipation that's building as what's coming for you is just around the corner. So it's like you've just got to wait and hold on. It's just right there. And it's a matter of allowing yourself to keep going further and further and further into it. Okay? And it's not about what's for everybody else, it's for you. And look at the shadow here. Do you see? It's like something is coming up and going into the light. And in a lot of ways, this to me looks like this mountain. To me, it looks like, God, it looks like the tsunami. So it's like, look at this. You're going around this corner, there's this movement. And it's like what I'm seeing is the tsunami to the left. The tsunami to the left, to your feminine, and undoing so that you can become. And it's like it's right around the corner. Allow the shadow to lead you. Allow the shadow to lead you. There's so much more for your pile number 2 if you chose pile number 3, because there's something beautiful within. But look at this. What does this new moon bring for you? Well, not only does it bring a love connection, the 2 and 2, it also brings a promise. It brings a promise of the skies clearing and the water settling. Because and this is what the movement is trying to take you towards. Look at, we're going around the corner to discover what truly is here. What truly is here for you. And it's a new beginning. It's a new beginning, my friends. And look at here. A new beginning to release what was. To release what was. So there's this connection between, as this is the final card, there's a connection between what we saw at first, which was the spring equinox, to the autumn equinox. There's this 6 months, right? This new pathway, the cycles within the cycles. So this is really telling me that you're starting somewhere new. You've aligned, and look at this, you've aligned to the 33, and 3 plus 3 is 6. 3 plus 3 is 6. So you'll just have to let me know where you're at 6 months from now. Are you still seeing red, or are you seeing pink? I'm hearing, are you seeing pink? Are you seeing through those rose colored glasses? Does the world look a little bit different? Allow your shadows to show you. This is the Jupiter here. The abundance is in the actual learning, it's in the clarity, it's in the expansion. Okay? And the expansion comes in the release. So, triple confirmation about keeping yourself grounded. Okay? Triple dipple confirmation, because you guys are cross pollinating, going between worlds, traveling between worlds. And it's like arriving at the new world, arriving at the new world where this bull knows what? The bull knows the truth, that it is not meant to be the cart puller. It is not meant to be the workhorse, the bull, and all about its muscle. It's meant to be so much more, as we shared in our magic, with Space Jam, about the Air Jordan, about what the true bull is. And that is about the expansion of your heart and allowing yourself to feel and to follow what makes you come alive. And by doing so you do the same for others. Okay? But there's like this bull energy is just really feeling so divine. It really is. I'm just feeling it so much. Like this victory here, this victory and this new clarity. It's not seeing red, stepping into your true authenticity. Okay? And I love this because I'm thinking of my friend Holly, who works with vibration. And the true essence of seeing red, the vibration, when you know the vibration switches, because red is the strongest, it is the strongest color because of the bandwidth. And it's like but what you don't understand, it's through the red that leads to the blue. And the blue is the authentic. It is the shortest bandwidth. So there's just so much beautiful juxtaposition here. I hope that this message is resonating with you. Okay. So let's go ahead and see all of that. And we're going to pick 4 cards for this new structure. So keep things in perspective. Are you at the bottom? Is everything coming towards you? Or are we pushing out? Are you allowing? Are you holding? Do you see there's a vibration and a frequency here? It's all about your perspective. Are you pulling everything towards you, or are you pushing everything out? Okay, that is for you. Number 2, there's the tsunami. What? We're going to have to read that. Number 3, the volatility. How can we turn the red upside down, right? How can we let go of the volatility? How can we prevent the eruptions? Knowing that what we do sets the tone and it cross pollinates into those around us. And is that the vibration and the frequency that we want? Okay, this is not a judgment, my friends, because this is the thing. A lot of what's happened and a lot of what's gone down have held deep into you. These have been passed through generation to generation, wars to sicknesses to everything. It's just so much been hidden and held on to. Okay. And it's time for this restructure. It's time to turn it all upside down. Are you seeing it? Because the perspective is, oh my God, tsunamis, volcanoes. Oh my. But the perspective is that, that there's a huge change that happens there. There's a huge change. And lightning, oh my. So what looks like destruction as you were rebuilding yourself, the journey of who you are, what looks like the destruction, so going down, the stripping of who you are, your beliefs, your programs, the things that you hold on to. It's like the universe is moving over these next 6 months to strip you of all your preconceived thoughts and all that you've held on to, because it is not for you, my friends. It is not for you. And so I know that there's a message here in the tsunami card because it came up twice. Let's go ahead and look at it. How can we let this lightning come in to our sacral? How can we use our creative force to really trust and understand the waters? Because the waters of our sacral are so important. If we're feeling the tsunami, okay, if we're feeling out of control and huge volatility, well, it's really easy to see that we're not pulling towards us. But in essence, we are always pulling towards us, okay? And it's like, what are we pulling? The vibrations that you're putting out. That's how powerful you are, pile number 2. And in fact, there's this movie. It's actually called Seeing Red. It's super cute. If you have kids, you can watch it with your kids. You may have already seen it. And, this is coming up. Maybe we should do a movie on it. But it's literally about seeing red and about how to harness the energy of the Shakti, okay, of the Shakti, the dark, how to harness the energy of the dark, how to hold it in your hand, and how to reconfigure it. That's how powerful you are. That is what's happening here. Okay? So let's see. Tsunami. Wake up call. You're getting a wake up call. It may be in a form of significant loss or a dramatic event in your life, potentially a huge tower moment. Typically, one that you were not prepared for initially. You might feel stunned at first, surprised by the unexpected events that are occurring. Yet you also know that it is a time to draw back the curtain of avoidance and denial, and confront the truth that exists in the subtext of this event. You are experiencing a real life drama, so there's no need to amplify it more than it already is. And so, as we're talking about this, as I've had many tsunamis in my lifetime, as I have learned and have more perspective, sometimes what we think is falling apart is actually falling together. Sometimes, sometimes we're so off path, something has to come in and totally restructure and revitalize exactly where we were. And that's what's happening here. Okay? That's what's happening here. And it's happening for you. Often, when we look back after something like this has passed, we recall signs that foreshadowed it happening. There may have been obvious clues that we ignored or omens. They were subtle sometimes, and they're easy to dismiss as imagining of the mind rather than the voice of your instincts. There are many anecdotes about animals operating purely on instinct, picking up on clues and naturally seeking higher ground before an approaching tsunami reaches the land. To negotiate this wake up call, listen closely to your instincts while at the same time seeking the higher ground of a spiritual truth. And what do we get for you but the Capricorn energy? And so all the energies are coming together here, my friends. You're aligning to this. You're aligning to this unconditional love. You're aligning to, I believe what we're aligning to is your divine feminine being healed. A huge tower moment of the dark falling off, to really put in perspective. And as this falls off, it needs to come to the light to play out in your life. Okay? And so, what oftentimes looks like the worst thing I'm thinking about my son. This is very vulnerable again. Many of you know, maybe you don't know, my son is a stage 4 cancer survivor. And when he was diagnosed, they told him, this will be the worst year of your life, the worst year of your life. And when you make it, which he did, 8 years survivor, it's like nothing. There is no book you can read. There is no elixir that you can drink. There is nothing that you can harness more than that experience to put it into perspective. It's like when you have these moments that are really hard, they give you the truth of what abundance truly is. I am talking from experience. I have been down so many times, but it's never taken my light. It's never taken my light. It has only given me fortitude. It's only given me this beautiful, strong will and this determination. I mean, I am the epitome of what silver lining is. Okay? It has given me more than I can ever express. And this is what's happening for you. So don't lose faith. Thank God he survived. Yes, I'm very grateful. I am very grateful for that. Let's go ahead and see your dice, my friends. As you align to this new structure, look at what's being illuminated here. Let the magic illuminate, okay? We've got the number 417. Let's go ahead and find out. Please take us to angel number 417. All right, here we go. Just taking the first thing that comes up here. Angel number 417. All right, you keep seeing angel number 417 for good reasons. It's an indicator that your angels are close by and they have something important to tell you. Your divine guides wish you well. They want you to grow and prosper into the person that you were meant to be. As such, in your long-term benefit to listen to what they have to say, this angelic sign gives you the guidance you need to make the right steps in life. The recurrence of angel number 417 asks you to take better care of your spirituality. You need to create time to nourish your soul. The angels have seen the hunger pangs emitting from your depth. They're asking you to sit down and meditate on the direction you'd like your life to take. You have a bright future ahead of you. However, you can only work for this future by first feeding the hunger of your soul. If you are in doubt about what you should do, listen to your intuition. This will open the door to the truth concerning your spiritual needs. You'll realize that you need to get closer to your divine guides through prayer and spiritual practices. Angel number 417 asks you to be determined. Do not waver. Once you have established the right path, the results you seek may take some time to materialize. There's a counsel of patience. You will reap the rewards if you remain true to your soul mission. Remain true, my friends. Remain true. Remember, how do you start? Are you setting the tone when you walk into a space? Are you picking up all those energies? Is your empathy allowing that to make you feel like the victim? Or are you the victor and you're setting the tone that's in the room? All right, let's go ahead and move on. Thank you, pile number 2, for being here. We're going to move on to pile number 3, 128.55. Look at that. Another 10. A 1, a 10, and a 10. Wow. So lots of numbers here. We're talking about pile number 3. Pile number 3, we had the purple coming in as your color. I have, you guys are the chimpanzees of the forest, the woodland, the inner earth. I'm getting really hot here. Okay, pile number 3. Let's see. You guys are highly intelligent, highly social, but you're also at risk of picking up what others it says like a little continuation of pile number 2. I feel like there's a continuation here. You're also this particular chimp is very vulnerable to like Ebola and all the illnesses that affect them from humans can be passed on to chimpanzees, and it affects is most vulnerable to this particular chimpanzee. Okay, these are the ones who are most like the gorilla. So they're most like they're animalistic, but I'm feeling and they're prone to disease. So I'm feeling like this is a continuation of that victim victor. Okay. I'm definitely feeling like this is related. The number 66 is coming in big, which is talking about grace and gratitude. Okay. And these guys, they hang out in the trees at night, and during the day, they come to the ground. Okay. So this is all really coming up and very important for you. And I believe that what we're talking about here with that purple, we're talking a little bit about your actual vision. Okay. What I mean by that is not necessarily what you see, like physically, it's necessarily what you see for yourself in a long-term vision. So let's go ahead and start with the moon dice. Let's see what dice want to come up. What's going to be highlighted? Opa, okay. We got the bounce off. Okay, we've got number 3, the third house, but you guys know the third chakra, which is the sacral chakra, the house of our feminine. Look at the Sagittarian energy, the potential in that divine feminine, and the Taurus energy. Okay, I'm really feeling so much connection. Literally the moon dice. Okay, if you have chose pile number 1, 2, and now 3, this is a double confirmation that all piles were for you, because look at this. This is the Sagittarius, and I said it is Taurus. Hold on. Let me just make sure that I'm not getting anything wrong here. Yeah, it is the Taurus. Okay, Sagittarius. Nope, Sagittarius is the first one. Oh, Pluto. Hold on. This looks different. Just a moment, you guys. I'm sorry. Mercury. Okay. That's so funny. Okay, Mercury and number 3. So we're going in a Mercury retrograde. Thank you, Soul Expansion. Okay, I have to look. Soul Expansion Guidance for reminding me that Mercury retrograde is coming right after. So we've got Mercury coming up here, which is talking about communication, intelligence, reason, language. And we're also talking about the third house, which has to do with people tied to you by blood and location, a need to venture, education, school. You might receive advice or gossip or rumors. Okay. And that Sagittarian energy again is all about the adventure. Okay. So let's see how this is going to play out for you. Pile number 3, my purple chimps. We definitely are going, okay, angel number 333 came in for you, and it is actually showing in your oracle. We're going to start with the oracle of the wild offering. Now, when I was doing this, when I got the wild offering, I heard oracle and Odin. So there's this, what I mean is there's this element of sacrifice. There's this element of sacrifice as Odin went down into the depths and sacrificed his eyes to come up with the oracle. Okay? So this is this element that's here speaking here. There's this element of you being very ancient, of you being very worldly. Okay? As we've got the archangels coming up, again, divine healers. But this is something more for pile number 3. There's this vision, right? There's this clarity that's coming in about your soul purpose. It's been a little bit confusing for you, pile number 3, because you keep having, what I'm feeling is you keep having things come in. And just when you think you know what it is, something else comes in and you're like, but I thought I knew. And so there's this element of keeping your heart open, okay? And this is what I'm getting here, this divine energy, this Sagittarius, that potential again, pulling back. And it's not really so much worrying about where does the arrow land, because you will grow wherever you're planted. It's about you being open so that you don't settle. That's what I'm feeling here. Pile number 3. So, how can you be of service to others? Because sometimes we settle when we're in our mind, when we're in our thoughts. This is the Mercury coming in, okay? So, how can we pay it forward? How can we, instead of focusing on our wishes and on our goals, how can we plant ourselves to be nourishment for others? Okay? So, service. You stop using the universe to try getting what you want and start asking love to use you. Offer all in what you want of service. Ironically, many desires become fulfilled without grasping and manipulation. So, as we're going into these intentions of this next moon cycle, these next 30 days, this eclipse, right? Total eclipse of our hearts, as we see this new clarity and this vision, who do we want to see? Who do you want to see yourself as? Do you see yourself as service? How do you see it? How do you see it? And how can we implement it? Okay, if it's resonating. So, how can we let go of that sacrifice and instead see that there's so much more happening if we allow ourselves to look. Okay? So, let's go ahead because it's kind of lonely where you are. And I'm feeling the blue poppy here, okay? Now the blue poppy, I know pairs for me in my Rainbow Bitch class, it attunes with Papa Goit. And Papa Goit is for the crown and for the soul star. It's for this expansion. And so, what I'm feeling here with your pile is this sacrifice, this feeling like you've been left out, this feeling like a lot of things don't go your way. When's it going to happen for me? Okay. And it's like, I can't make this up. Remain positive. Okay. You're part of a group. You're part, and it's all about the divine timing. And it's like right now you're just meant to observe the energy around you. Notice the things, notice the buzz, notice the wind, notice the smells. Plug into your senses to be fully present, pile number 3. Okay? Because I have a sense it's going to come out of nowhere. It's going to come out of nowhere when you least expect it. Perfectionism, watch it, okay? Because there is no such thing as perfect. And in the word perfectionism, we automatically imply that there is a standard, which automatically means that there is judgment. And in any way, shape, or form, on this channel, I teach you more than anything. If you are creating judgment in any way, shape, or form, you're shutting it down. You're shutting it down. You're closing yourself off. Any type of hierarchy or judgment is a shadow, and that shadow separates you. It separates you from where you're trying to go. And so it's really important to remain open. And that's what I love about the Sagittarius. Okay, that's what I love coming up here about the adventure. I wonder what would happen if I just kept my heart open a little longer. Once upon a time, there was a light in my life, but now there's only love in the dark. Nothing I can say, a total eclipse of the heart. Yes, yes, yes. And look what's on bottom, pile number 3. The bottom is talking about your hardship. It's talking about what you've been through, okay? It's talking about, may I embrace what's happening right now, as baffling or painful as it is. Help me, God, to trust where you are guiding me. I am yours. Okay, I'm connecting to something really deep here, and I have to I have to kind of remain on the surface, but there is this deep unfolding happening. And for those of you that chose this pile, remember, what are we talking about here for you guys? You guys are the gangs. Okay. There's also this element of the gangs, okay? Which means that there's this element of this, like, am I in the right place at the right time? Or should I be over there? Or should I be over here? There's a lot of thoughts going on. And in this hardship, for some of you, it's literally physical. And look at down here, forget me not. I was just talking about the papagoy and the forget me nots, and that's so funny because that's really what goes together, not the other one, which is really interesting that I mentioned that. And here's this, Billy, if you're on here, this is the passion fruit flower. And the passion fruit flower has recently come up, and then it pairs with the nautilus. This is a newer attunement combination. And as the nautilus, as we submerge into the depths, my friends, as we go into the depths of emotion, and as we expand through the passion, if you will, either through the passion even of Christ itself, through the passion of how we're nailed onto our cross, how we're being held, how we're being victimized. These are things that we hold. And as hard as it is to allow these seeds to spread, this is what they are. I feel like you are the seed spreaders. I feel like the seeds of ascension are in your journey. I feel like chimpanzees are seed dispersers. In fact, they're very beneficial seed dispersers. And this is something that is really evident that I'm feeling in your journey. So just have the passion. With the passion, as I think of the passion of Christ, as that is something with Easter that we've just talked about. And if you've ever seen the movie The Passion of Christ, if you haven't, I encourage you to see it, because it is, if you want to see what the true sacrifice, you want to see how that played out and how we can victimize ourselves and to think, oh my gosh, that this is so bad, and we feel the hardship. Let me tell you, let's put it in perspective, right? Because the true passion, if you watch that, man, you will feel it. You will feel the hardship, and you will know that that hardship led to such enlightenment. Okay, and I'm not trying to talk about religion here. I'm talking about the ascended master Joshua. I'm talking about the Jesus, the Christ impulse. Okay, and so in many ways, we can't. I'm literally hearing in many ways we can't find that impulse unless we go through the passion of our own, unless we are willing to sacrifice it for ourselves. So let's see how we bring it into balance. How do we bring it all into balance? First, let's make some space, okay? Let's allow that passion to come up. Let's allow ourselves to really look at that and to really make the space and allow those seeds to fall. Because when we create space, what we're doing is we're allowing more to come. We're allowing the evolution, the turquoise color, the imagination, the expansion, okay? What do I no longer need? Help me, God, to release whatever people, places, or things drain my vital essence. Show me what will fill me with enthusiasm and joy. And as I read this, it's emotional for me because I'm immediately hearing the words, speaking of Christ on the cross, saying, forgive them, for they do not know what they do. And so, how does this come and express for you, pal number 3? How does this give you vision? How does this allow you to see beyond, okay? See beyond what is in front of us. And how can you hold the vibration? How can you sacrifice maybe the need to be right? How can you, because I'm immediately thinking of the story of Personifi, immediately with the narcissist, and then the narcissist being represented by the daffodil, which is the first to burst, the bright yellow, the brightness, okay? The brightness. And it's like, this is what we're seeing. This is what is the hope for you. As what you see in your vision is stacked from all that is below. You know, this is the 10th chakra. And what did we get for you here? Didn't we get the 10-10? Yeah. The 1, the 10, and the 10. Okay? And I feel like this is a lot of endings for you, but also many new beginnings. I feel trifold for you as we're doing 3 cards. So make space for it to come in. Make space for it to come in. Feel it in your body. Feel the expansion and the growth. And when we're saying feel it in your body as these flowers, and do you see this? Look at, these are being nourished to the left and the right, the east and the west. Okay, this is actually speaking volumes to me. I'm actually seeing the elements here in this triangle. So it's like the air and the water are sending you love, and the fire and the earth are nourishing. Okay, so we're in this structure right now, and you're being nourished. Show me, divine, how to love and fully care for this body. Please give me the radiant miracle of accepting my body as it is. And there are those of you, and I want to address this because I'm one of those light workers too that physically feels it in the body. Okay, like literally, I feel it. But some of what you're feeling is not bad. It's evolution. Your body is changing in response. Okay? It's changing in response. But how can you let your body guide you? How can you allow your body and your mind and your soul to communicate so that you can find the where you're going, to allow yourself to see that vision of who you want to be, right? Because that's the change in front of you. Look at this. We create this space. We connect in the physicality of the body, right? And the Mercury is the mind. So we come down and we sit in the soul. We sit in the soul. We see from the heart. Okay? We don't worry about what we see here. It's not about it, no matter where you are in your spiritual path, it is not necessarily about what you see. Because if you determine everything on what you see in the 10th chakra, you better make sure, my friends, that number 9, number 8, number 7, number 6, number 5, number 4, number 3, number 1 are all in perfect alignment for this vision to truly guide you. Now, that doesn't mean that if you're clairvoyant, you can't use that gift. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is using everything, mind, body, and soul. Okay? This is the change. Don't scare yourself with the next 40 steps. All you need is that one next action. You can say to love, show me the next first step and change me into the one who can take it. And I love that they're showing the dandelions here because we started with service. We started with service. And I keep hearing, my mama had a daddy and its head popped off. My mama had a daddy and its head popped off. Wow.
Mama, I have 2 messages for you.
You do?
Yeah, I heard you say the number 9, and I said that's kind of mysterious because I'm 9. And when I heard you say dandelions, I saw a lot of dandelions. And did you say anything about cardinals? Because me and Dad saw 7 cardinals today.
7 cardinals. Wow.
And you have some
I know.
skin
I know. Can you get me some water, love?
Yeah.
So my daughter, she just wanted to come in here to share 7 cardinals her and her dad saw today. Pretty cool. All right. So, allow however you feel, even though we're going to share an angel number with you, how does it make you feel this is what is coming up for you, okay? This is what's coming up, okay? And we're not even done. Okay, so let me see. Let's move into the angel messages for you guys. So that was the first thing. 3 cards, 3 shuffles. And now we're going to do 3 shuffles, 1 card. And I wrote new guide, okay? But what's interesting is your guide is coming. And we start on bottom. Dun, 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 dun. Gabriel has a message for you. Okay, so Gabriel has a message for you, a message of peace. And that's what I love here for pile number 3, a message of peace. Here's another 10. So maybe Archangel Gabriel is coming in for you. We cut immediately to the flip. You know, let's just put this in perspective. Are you seeing the juxtaposition here? Because this is what's emerging. You know, what's really interesting is I'm feeling this connection again to pile number 2. So it's like if you're 1, 2, and 3, this is confirming. Do you see? It's like you're coming out of those lightning waters and you're being presented with your pearl, the renewal, the wound, as my friend as my friend from Shamanic Insights is saying, the wound, the layered wound, right? The layered wound, the wounded healer. But look at the juxtaposition between these two. Here's the purple. From the darkness, we see the light. From the darkness, we see the light. There is connection within all. There is connection within all. How can we allow the things that make us fearful? Okay. How can we use our trident? How can we use our trident? How can we use our vision, our clarity, and our focus to let us know that we are protected, that what was, what is. How can we walk out of the emotions, right? How can we walk out of the sea of emotion and journey towards our treasure chest, knowing that it doesn't lie in the emotions? It lies in the wisdom gained from the emotions, okay? Number 22, Master Builder. I'm like trying to see what is this on here. I've never seen this before. I can't really tell what this is. It feels like one of those like sea flowers. It's very interesting to me. Okay, and look at how the crown is being highlighted here. The crown connecting with this killer whale, the expansion. It's like, what energies are you allowing when you're not stepping into your queendom, right? When you're not stepping into your power. And that's what we're seeing here. Pile number 3, the purple, the queendom, okay? Christelle, the sacred heart, the rainbow aura, the rainbow bridge, the connection from going down and coming up, the seeing between, right? So beautiful. In the background, I see the Grecian, like it reminds me of the gods, like the times of the Grecian gods. Let me tell you, that is playing out a lot for me right now. Okay. So let's see. Who's going to come up here for us? What are we talking about here? We're talking about aligning to this energy. We're talking about fast moving. We're talking about energies moving past towards you. So we have a new guide coming in to allow you to manage these new energies. And the guide that's here, okay, So I just have to say, shout out to Holly. It is Zachariah. She was asking about this literally. It's number 20. And he talks about the golden egg. And here we see quite a few things happening here in this card. Okay, first of all, the alchemy of, first of all, he's represented as someone from the Middle East, a very targeted area for a lot of pain. And it's all about keeping yourself in balance. What can we learn? What is the gold, the abundance that we can learn from being in that strife? And how can we allow that to unleash? How can look at the feminine is this white, this rebirth happening here, but she's looking over here for the masculine to lose something, because the masculine peacocks, they lose their feathers. Did you know they lose their feathers every year when they grow back in? And their feathers, literally, when they spread them, they literally have crystals, and they set the vibration and frequency. This is how they attract the feminine. Okay, so this is really kind of speaking out in a lot of ways about your mission, about a coming together of prosperity for you. All right. And so there's an angel somewhere in here that we've discussed that's coming forward to work with you, okay, and to guide you. Just a moment. Jake, can you
I'm sorry, I
go?
heard you say golden egg, and I got this
Okay.
golden egg for Easter.
Okay.
And Zachiel reminds me of Zach because it's Allie's boyfriend, and just wanted to say that. And I see the eyes on the peacock.
Yes.
And when I was playing Roblox with Allie, eyes is a game from Doors.
Wow. See
So,
how the oracle speaks
yeah.
even with the youngest. Okay, honey.
Okay, bye.
All right. I love you. Bye.
Love you.
So it's like, as you guys know, I'm a mom. I would never say anything to you I wouldn't say to my child. In fact, as you can tell, she's very awakened, more awakened than I am. She teaches me every day, as I'm sure many children do for you. So yeah, so how are the eyes, speaking of, how are the eyes? What do you feel from the eyes? And I'm getting also, with a lot of Middle Eastern cultures, as I know with the Greeks as well, is the evil eye. Okay. But again, therein, the evil eye is protection. So this is all talking to me in this very long winded. It's really talking about the vibration and the frequency that you choose to hold. You are the eyes of the believer. It's up to you to understand and to find the golden within you, the alchemy within you, the hardships, the alchemy of the hardships, the alchemy of the sacrifice, and it's like we have so much information here to really assist you to keep things in perspective, okay? And so this is the energy that you're aligning to if you so choose, because I'm literally hearing aligning to your mission. So these sacrifices allow yourself to see the message, to see what you are building. There it is again. The fuel, Azrael. She's popped up twice. I really feel that there's a message here in this. Let's go ahead and share it. Okay, so first we had Gabriel. Hold on, they just have a message. You're in total alignment with your sacred purpose. Feel hopeful. All is unfolding exactly as it should, according to the divine plan for your life. Then we had number 11, right? We're aligning. Here's that number 11. Where's he at? So his message, no matter how badly others behave, try to see through the eyes of compassion. Treat others as you wish to be treated and promote harmonious relations. Then we had the eyes of the peacock come up, right? So we had number 20 come up. What's the message here from Zachariah? Because I believe it's all important. The material aspect of life is only temporary. Gently release any attachments to me. When you surrender, you open to receive that which is truly yours. This too shall pass. And the very last one, number 22, she says, you are naturally intuitive and deeply sensitive. Acknowledge and trust your emotions as they can act as a powerful compass. And so this is all just kind of like, I feel like a continuation on the evolution of those of you that find yourself here. And so it's such a beautiful message. Let's find out. So powerful for you, pile number 3. So we've got, look at this. Okay. We've got, it's interesting. I'm hearing a couple things here just with your numbers. First of all, notice right away what's being highlighted is number 1, this new beginning. And with all those 10s, stop looking at what's finishing and start looking at what's coming. Okay. So we've got number 3, 1, 2. And it's and what's I'm automatically hearing you. You know what's really funny is I'm automatically hearing you. Should it be 1, 2, 3? Should it be 3, 2, 1? Nope, my friends, it is 3, 1, 2. Good night, honey. I'll come get you in a minute.
Oh,
What does Angel 312 want to share with us? Hold on, I did it wrong. What does Angel 312 say? Angel 312 means that you should take, hold on a second. We went to the first one. Angel 312. Angel number 312 is a sign of psychic abilities and intuition. Angel 312, listen and focus. It is a reminder from the spiritual force that you need to keep getting up early and try making a routine in your life. Besides becoming successful, it's not a complicated process, and the discipline will earn you the fruits that you want. Actually, self-discipline will unlock your value, and there's no time to make excuses. Equally, you will become successful if you do the things that are required from you. Significance. Things you should know about Angel 312 is that you have to take care of your future by maintaining your good health. Perhaps if by chance you don't care, then the world will go against you. Notably, living a life that someone somewhere will appreciate and will get motivated. Assertiveness is fondly associated with angel number 312. The spirit angels are encouraging you to be bold and strong. Do not be afraid. One can have courage, but not be bold. One can have confidence, but not be bold. The angel numbers advise you to surround yourself with those who bring out the boldness in you. In return, you become much more confident and constantly full of courage at all times. When you try this, you begin to realize that there's nothing in life that you cannot overcome. So finally, angel number 312 is a sign of psychic abilities and intuition. Always trust your instincts and always believe in your sixth sense. Both of these go hand in hand. Do not be afraid of doing this. You may find yourself in situations where you're not sure. It might be a big deal that you're trying to close out a relationship that you're not too certain about. It may be a path that you walk on every night, but you might begin to feeling unsafe about. Angel 312 encourages you to always go with your intuition and your instincts dictate to you. You will never be wrong. Wow. So the archangels are coming up here boldly, going where no man has gone before to share with you, to teach you. They're here. The archangels are here to teach you about what you're deciding to build from this point moving forward. Okay? Beautiful messages. I hope you enjoyed those pile number 3. Let's go ahead and go to our next pile. 20355 on the clock. Okay. Talk about some numbers there, right? We've got the archangels coming up for you guys. We've got the runes coming in. So you guys are the only pile that the ancestors wanted to come forward. Okay, let me take a drink here. Okay, let's start with Luna. What is this moon magic bringing for you? Let's go ahead and find out. Okay, so first of all, I see the number 6. Okay, what always comes into chakras, you know that. We're going to talk about your 6th house, but I'm getting your higher heart chakra here. I'm also getting, look at the trident here. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is just taking us exactly where we just were. So the trident is Neptune. Ooh. Now, Neptune literally refers to the trident, right? So we're talking that Poseidon energy. And we've got, let's see, the trident, I just had it. Mysticism, dreams, intuition, psychic abilities, imagination, and spirituality. And then once again, we've got this Capricorn energy, I believe. It's not Capricorn. I'm sorry, it's Leo. Okay. Leo energy, confidence, stamina, leadership, pride, attention. And the 6th house is all about things that relate to your health, your hygiene, daily routines, injuries, coworkers, and pets. So I'm sorry, my friends. I just feel the connection from pile to pile to pile. It really feels like we're starting where we just left off. Okay, so the archangels want to come forward for you guys first. Pile number 4, let's get familiar with you. You guys are, let's see. All right, you guys are, speaking of seed dispersers, you guys come from the forest, from the woodland. Okay, so, oh no, I'm sorry, that was number 3. Forgive me. You guys are number 4. You are from the east. Okay, so the sun rises in the east. And so I feel this new beginning coming in with you. Um, Opposable thumbs. These particular, the eastern chimps have opposable thumbs, which means that they have a good grasp. I literally heard new guides. You guys, I was getting follow the yellow brick road. And then there's the monkey and the chimp. So the monkey is okay. So a chimpanzee is not a monkey. A monkey has a tail and a chimp doesn't. The chimp is most closely related to a human and to the ape, where a monkey is related to the gorilla. Okay, so there's a big difference there. And I was meant to point that out for you. I had the word color vision, and with that follow the yellow brick road. This is funny because I was talking to my friend, I was talking to Billy with the Rainbow Road, and when I was talking about, the house, the tornado comes or the tsunami comes, and what it does is it takes the house and it falls on the Wicked Witch of the West, right? Wicked Witch of the West in Oz. And it's like it's all black and white. And then it goes into color when she steps onto the yellow brick road. Okay. So that was what was coming up for you. We've got the color yellow coming in. Okay. And also Peter Pan and his shadow, how he would have fun with his shadow is coming up. Also got knuckle walkers. Knuckle walkers. And then I was getting that, nope, that was for something else. Okay, that was everything for you guys. And then there was more when I was doing your oracle, when I was getting your oracle picked out, there was more coming in. So we're going to have, okay, here we go. So this is what came in with the archangels. We're going to start here with your abundance. Let's start with your abundance, Queen. Hello, Queen. Let's go ahead and talk about what's coming for you. And it's like, look at all these suitors. Okay. I have no idea where this is coming from, but let's go ahead and go with it. We're going to do a couple shuffles. The magic from the archangels is coming in, and how this magic is coming in is like Christmas. We've got presents coming in for you. And that's what the animals want to talk about. The whale living a fully conscious being. Look at how beautiful this card is. Living fully conscious. The blue whale is the largest mammal, okay? So the mammals are coming in here, the opposable thumbs, but also it is believed, okay, this is taking me to Mu. This is taking me to the elemental queendom. This is taking me because we have the queen. We have the queen. So we're talking about Mu. We're talking about, oh, not Mu, Lemuria. I was going to say on top of Mu. So Lemuria was where it all began, as far as this expansion and this teaching started, the wisdom. And so I feel like pile number 4, as you have the yellow, but actually I feel the color is gold. It's not yellow, it's gold. And it's like you've been on a journey and you're putting color in your life. You're seeing things from in a different perspective. Okay. And it's so funny because I'm hearing, oh, you put a little blue in your life if you want to. And this is something I've done over the years. So I'm very familiar. If you want to put a little blue in your life, you're adding a little calmness, a little coolness, a little assertiveness. Cool. When you think of the color blue, it's instantly soothing. It's like the tide of the ocean. It's like you can hear the ocean. And this is why the blue whale's coming up. Do you want to put a little blue in your life? I wonder what it would be like to put a little bit more blue in your life, a little bit more authenticity, a little bit more of speaking up, a little bit more of using your voice, a little bit more of sharing the wisdom that you have. Because I'm seeing that's right here, my friends. Okay? Because I'm getting you are the cat's meow. That's what I just heard. You are the cat's meow. Okay. Cats meow. Okay, because right away that took me to my daughter Jordan, who has been crazily watching the movie Cats, because right away the song came in. Da, na, la, 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 la. What's that? I think it's something in the moonlight. Oh my gosh. So that song is coming in for you, pile number 4. Such a beautiful song, such a vulnerability, um such vulnerability is shown in that movie, and in that song is an expression, like it's literally the expression of this soul that has felt that she's been kept, in the dark, kept in the alley, made to scavenge, made made to feel unworthy, and yet at the same point in time it's just like seeing so much value from from all of that, and just really being vulnerable about her journey. And this is really speaking volumes as I'm setting into your energy here. Okay, it's really speaking volumes to me. It's touching my heart, actually. So these are the 5 cards that want to come up for you. I'm going to show them for you. The whale's going to stay on bottom. So what is your soul song? What is it that we're pulling in? Yeah, pile number 4. What is it that we're unleashing? What is the divine timing? Because the whale does not understand its song until the song comes. So there's this emergence, okay? There's this divine timing here. And this is what the angels are want to teach you about. They want to teach you about what's coming here, about what's coming, the presents like Christmas, okay, that are bringing you in here. I wrote presents like Christmas, bringing you into balance, okay? So we've got 5 presents coming forward. We've got the butterfly. We've got a change and evolution. Wow. And look at it's happening to not only, it's, with that queendom, it's coming in that divine feminine, this huge healing, this divine light. I want to show you this. Remember how earlier we were talking about the forget-me-nots? And look at how the light is emanating. You have not been forgotten. It's like, you look at this, these lilies of peace here. this chrysocolla, this healing through the shell, this remembering, this evolution. Do you see all this changing? All these little facets that had to come all together, right? To bring you, look at these steps along your journey, your star journey, okay? And it's like this is all bringing you to this metamorphosis, being able to have this new expansion, ready to transform with the wisdom, with the wisdom. So beautiful. Just search for the song you search. Memory, that's what it is. Yes, memory. Thank you. Okay. So here we've got the second gift, the sheep. Act with fortitude and cooperation. Act with fortitude and cooperation, because it's like what's being illuminated here is we're never alone. We're always doing things in collaboration. And it's like, it doesn't feel like it, but it's true. We can never do one thing with ourselves, right? We can never do one thing with ourselves. And why would we want to, right? Why would we want to? And that's what this sacred heart is saying. The sacred heart is saying that there's something bigger unfolding. And this is what's coming out here for you. There's something bigger unfolding. This finding out of the flock, this transformation, it's transformative for you. And we've got the monkey here. But I told you, the wisdom of the monkey is coming forward. But it's like you're not the monkey. You have evolved past that. You've lost that tail. You've lost that tail and you've evolved to the chimpanzee. Experience all that life has to offer. And there's something beautiful as I'm seeing here with this beautiful amount here. And the fact that my daughter wanted to come in and then she's coming in here in this oracle is this knowing that we're paying it forward. That we're paying it forward. And not only do others look up to us, but we invest as a mother. We invest in them. But this is a reciprocal. And look at this. Can I just show you? It's like, do you see who's actually getting more in this relationship? It's the mother. It's the innocence of the child, knowing that it is cared for. Like all the child needs to know is that it has a safe place, a warm place, a warm embrace. And it's like, this is what it does for that, which in turn is a symbiotic relationship and comes back and look at all this energy being released from the mother from this interaction. And this is what I'm feeling here. Okay? And this can be taken in so many different ways as the embrace. You're being embraced by your guides, by your angels. Okay? You're being embraced. You're being surrounded and hugged. You're being seen from above. You're being seen for who you are from above. Okay? You are so blessed. The Kingfisher says, be patient and focused. Allow yourself to go with the current, that you're being watched. Because that's what's happening here in every single one. There's this element of being watched. Because look at, the butterfly shows to all of these the evolution of what it goes through. The flock shows the evolution through the partnership with another. The evolution between mother or father and child of that relationship. These feel like relationships. These feel like gifts in your life. And this is what's coming in for you. Oh my gosh, the cow and the bull. Give with unconditional love and grace. Now, oh my God. For me, this is really huge because I see something deeper here. Again, I'm alluding to it, but I'm not. I wish I could speak about it, but it's just not time yet. something sacred that I'm going through. And what this is really speaking to me and what the animals are trying to show here is they are showing you in so many ways, and that it's not just you, it's all of us. We're all here together. We all go together. Moo. Moo. Okay. And it's like, okay, but there's this evolution. Okay. There's this evolution. So here, let's go. The 5 gifts. The 5 gifts coming your way. Transformation. But I feel flutter. The first word that comes to mind is flutter. Friendship. Meaningful relationships. I have goosebumps. The ability to see those who have your back. And the ability to nurture and to nourish and to trailblaze. These are the 5 gifts that your angels want you to know about. The presents that are coming forward to bring you into balance. To bring you into balance at this most beautiful divine time. So the runes want to come forward as well. The ancestors, they want to thank you as well. So let's go down here for the runes. Okay. I'm going to flip it this way so we can see them. Give them a good shake here. Pile number 4. What are we alchemizing? Oh, and look at this. End of a cycle. Trailblaze. Bringing in. Okay. This is what's going on, my friends. This is what we're talking about. These gifts that we're bringing in, like Santa and his sack. Okay. So let's go ahead and we're going to pick the five runes. We've got the sun. We've got the ancestors lifting you up. Oh, okay. I thought this is something else. Hold on. I thought they look a lot alike. This is, okay. Okay, we've got the year. I'm trying very carefully. And we've got the M, okay, which I know is the horse. Okay, so let's dive into these 5 runes, okay? And the 5 runes like to tell a story. Now, what I'm feeling here, the 5 gifts, I'm feeling 5 chakras, okay? I'm feeling 5 chakras, and I'm feeling that this is what we're going to do. We're going to go through the heart, and then we're going to dive down and build ourselves back up. So this first one is for your heart chakra. And I do like to use my rune book as we all learn together. Okay, so what we've got here is the sun. So we have this illumination happening in your heart chakra. No surprise, pile number 4. I feel this divine timing. This is your gift to the challenge. It has been quite the challenge, as the heart chakra challenge really is about this evolution. It is the dark night of the soul, the healing of the divine feminine. And so it's now, those of you of the East, it's time for the sun to rise on something new for you. Okay? So we've gone to page 148. I like to read the actual oracle. I always read the Norwegian oracle. Sun is the light of the world. I bow to its holiness. Sun is the light of the world. I bow to its holiness. Some of the key words coming out here are divine cosmic energy, your higher self, inner light, spiritual power, enlightenment, guidance, growth, prosperity, brightness, and illumination. So there's this total eclipse of the heart, right? And it's sparking for you in pile number 4. Memory, la 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 la. And this is really allowing the sun to illuminate your heart. Okay? Now we're diving way down. We're going into that earth chakra. And what I love immediately are two things. Number one, X marks the spot. You followed the journey, you went on the quest, you followed the map, you went down, you dove through your heart, you went down, X marks the spot, and you were lifted. The gift that you found with your ancestors, this is the hall of ancestry. And what your ancestors did is they gave you a lift, okay? They lifted you up. They worked and collaborated with you. This is literally called the hall, the ancestral hall, okay? Yeah, it's your heritage, your estate. So let's go ahead and look at some of the keywords here. We're talking about the Earth Star chakra, okay? So here is the gift. We're talking about 189. The ancestors want to talk about this Earth Star chakra for you, the ancestral hall. Home is loved by all who prosper there in peace and enjoyment of frequent harvests. Okay, enjoy the frequent harvest. So we are definitely talking about home. Some of the key words here is we're talking about a lift up to your home, to your property, to your estate. There's a homecoming, buying a new house, a sense of home, contentment, plenty, harvest. Okay, so this is showing that you're getting a lift up in that Earth Star chakra, which is your connection to the earth. Now let's go into that root chakra. In your root chakra, we're talking about, oh my God, I love this, the yew tree. We're talking about strength. Oh, how beautiful is this? Because your root chakra, which is really talking about the Egyptian timeline, okay? That's how it comes in for me, is we're finding the strength, but it's also talking about your safety. It's about feeling safe. It's about really finding stride, okay? So the U, and that's YEW, is a correlating. I'm immediately thinking about, it's right here. I'm immediately thinking about this Mandela is what's popping up in my mind's eye right now. Amber, okay? And how amber can give you strength because amber is so old. Okay, I felt like that's a bad mama joke. Amber is so old. I'm just kidding. But it's like it's so old that it's like it's fossilized tree resin. And what the element of what's coming up here, just like in Jurassic Park, how it has like a mosquito in the resin. It's like any of the irritants, anything that's around you is really being trapped in that resin. This is what that amber is talking about. This is what it does. And it's the element of the yew tree, which is that beautiful bright yellow tree. Okay, just gorgeous. So here we have the rune, the poem is, yew is winter's greenest wood. It sputters when it burns. Okay, we're talking about the bow. We're talking about your talents, your gifts, your skills, right? So some of the words that you can think of here, the apples of immortality. Wow. Remember when I was talking about Odin earlier? Interesting. I just saw that out of my eye here. Okay, so there's legends. There's all kinds of legends here, but really what I wanted to talk about is the transition. Okay, so look at this. It's a transition. It's the duality, the transition between life and death, the transition between the womb and the grave, the transition between immortality and everlastingness and regeneration. Okay, so this is really talking about literally or symbolic. What I'm feeling here is this rebirth in that root chakra, a redefinition of who you are in this plane. All right. coming in for, and there's no inverses. I heard no inverses today, so I'm just going to turn this into the right way. This is, as you can see, is the greater than symbol, but it is the symbol for the year. Okay, so I'm getting here, and love it in your. What I love more than anything is we're talking about your sacral chakra. We're working our way back up. And this is the year that divine feminine is healed. And my friends, this is not just happening for you. What is happening for one is happening for all. And this is the torch. Okay. The torch, number 96. And actually it did come in and it's inverted side. Shoot, I just forgot what I said. 76, I think. No, forgive me. It's the torch 96. Okay. So here we're talking about the torch. Okay. Now, it did come up in the right position. And look at it actually refers to ulcer. The ulcer is the curse of children. Grief turns us pale. Okay, and this is the symbol of less than, but I reversed it for you for a reason, because this is your year to really know that you are more than you ever thought you were. Okay, this is how you flip the script. And I'm also getting Pac-Man. It's like eating the energy that comes at you to flip the script, to know that this is your year to keep you going where? To keep you going into getting into your power, the ride. This is what's coming up for your solar plexus. This is the horse. So we're pointing towards the horse, allowing ourselves to be carried. Okay, there's this, and this has been coming up a lot during this beautiful double Aries moon, this need of being carried. So when we're talking about here, this particular one for your solar plexus, we're talking about flame itself, the element of fire, the burning away, right? The transformation of healing this divine feminine, erotic love, illumination, learning, the spark, knowledge, gathering, togetherness. This is just such a beautiful reading for you, my friends. I hope that you're connecting to the depths that this is connecting. And then we're talking here, when I see the M, okay, it's the horse. I mean, I knew it was, but I wanted to make sure because for some reason I still am learning the runes. Like riding a bike once a week, you know what I mean? You just learn as you go. All right, we did it intuitively, but now it's time to really get familiar. The horse. And I'm feeling this movement in all the piles today, right? Okay. So the horse, journeying, mobility, a change, travel, partnership, working in tandem. Okay. The sound here is E. We're talking about the Awas, the horse. And this is the oracle. The horse brings joy, proud of its hooves, by heroes praised. It is a solace of restless. It is a solace to the restless. So what it really is talking about is the element of the horse, allowing ourselves to be guided, allowing us to go on the journey. And this is so perfect because what I got for you guys is this is the end of the cycle. You're the trailblazers. And number 4, with this golden energy and with this highlight, especially here, the horse, here in the solar plexus, I feel that many of you are on the journey to bring something in for the healing of the divine masculine, okay? And that's where we're at. That's where we're at. So we got a lot of dice coming in for you. All right, we have the runes, the moon dice, and now we're going to roll the dice for your angel number. Because these are the gifts coming in to bring in balance. Now, are you seeing this? I hope that you can see. I'm laughing because look at this. This is really cool. We've got 1 and 1, and in between wanting to be seen is the number 2. So here we have the 2 pillars of the 1, the alignment of the number 2, which you guys, number 2 is the root chakra. And that's what we've been talking about here for you guys. We've been talking about going through the heart, finding that stability, right? Finding that stability and how that comes back up to find alignment in that higher heart. It's this journey here that you've been through that puts things in perspective. So let's go ahead and find out what angel number 121 means for you guys. What does angel number 121 want to share?
Showing pictures that match.
Hold on. I, for some reason, did it weird. Angel number 121. Angel number 121. Okay. The secret meaning of angel number 121 is that you should focus on your dreams and your goals. This number is the key to success, love, and happiness. So if you want to achieve success in life, make sure you focus on your dreams and goals. And then this one wants to be read. Angel number 121 means that it does not mean that having everything in life will make you happy. How you consciously adjust your mind will. So how can you align to the collaboration within you? That's what the dice are showing me. How can you allow the collaboration of the root chakra, bringing it here, manifesting here, and our time, the Egyptian timeline is really our time. It's this dimension that we are in now. How can you align in collaboration within yourself, and how can you find? I just keep hearing the twin within. Okay, how can you find the twin within and collaborate with that? Because it's time for that to come up to the surface. Wow. Beautiful messages tonight, as always. I hope you enjoyed them. If you have, please share this with others. Thank you for all the likes, y'all. High five. Lots of kisses. Yin and yang. Yes. Yeah, I love that. The yin and the yang, right? So much. Which is taking me back to pile number 1. So isn't it interesting that there's like, I feel like piles 1, 2, 3, 4 are the evolution of really, of all of who we are. And so in some ways, if you're led to pile number 3, for instance, I think you can look at pile number 2 and see it as a reflection or confirmation of what you've been through. Not that it's exactly like that for all of us, but there's this element of this thread, this tapestry. And what connects for one connects for all. So we'll leave you with that today. May the chimpanzee, the animal of empathy, be with you over this next new moon. And remember, the badger's with you, the aardvark is with you, the canary is with you, and the tortoise is with you. This is the 5th animal. And I love that because here we've got 5 runes. Here we've talked about the 5 gifts, and we've got the 5 animals coming in. And next week we have another one. We're building our own baseball team so that we can run the bases and collect the aces. Ooh. So keep watch. Come on back and see what we're going to align to next time. We'll talk to you all on the flip. Thank you so much for the beautiful messages. Once again, blessings be with you in every moment. Love and light to you. Goosebumps. Thank you, my friend. I look forward to seeing you soon. And hey, guys, watch for what's to come. Like I said, I'm just taking it kind of day by day right now. And every day seems to be a new adventure, and may it be the same for you. We'll talk to y'all on the flip. See you soon. Over and out.